Trinity's Challenge. Patient Journal. Darkwood Asylum, June 1942. Chapter 1. The Lost One.
The doctors say writing might help. I wonder if it's true. Doubt it. But I don't have much else to do in here. I was told it's Tuesday, but it smells like Sunday. Perhaps it's Tuesday. But then what does Sunday smell like? The clocks are very loud. I don't like them. I don't like clocks. They're liars. Dr. Harding says they can't lie, but obviously she's in chaos with them and therefore biased. Clocks whisper hidden knowledge if you're listening. Dr. Harding wrote that down. She will steal it. Say she came up with the knowledge. People will wrote her whispers of knowledge. But it's mine. I know it, and that's enough. They whisper to me and tell me things, but I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear. I don't want to be there. I am in the clouds, safe. They said I have a head. Well, duh, of course I have a head. But I misplaced it. Maybe it's back there. If it is, you can have it. I'm never going back. George. Sweet George. What is George? Something. Somehow it feels important, but I can't find it. George is a school. George is a possession. George is a test. That feels right. A semester exam, I remember. George is an import exam. I wonder how well I did. The doctor said I don't have a head, but rather I am a head. Help me make sense of that, please. When I think I might be thinking, clearly it jumps on me, squeezing out my thoughts. And staring so close in me, I can only think of clouds, soft pillows, to fall into nothing but softly floppy pillows. She said I was the boss. That's why the pillows are so soft. I need them to be soft. And they are so soft. George came to see me today. Finally, I know what George is. Not a test, not an exam, a man. George is a man, and I do have a head. Aha! I have a head, and I am a head. Who came up with this? I am head girl. And I know my own head too. Things begin to organize, but it doesn't like that. It scares me, but the doctor said to stand against it. Don't let it jump on me. Don't let it squeeze in me. But it says it has to. I don't know which one is right. George came by again. Others came by too, but I don't know them. Only George and it. And I'm trying to ignore it, so I was happy to see George. He talked about dancing and turned me around the room a few times, and I have to admit, I like it. I didn't like the spinning, but I told it to shut up and enjoy it. I did. Now where I am, but I can't remember how I got there. I remember George and Mom and Dad, but I don't remember her. She said she was important, but it won't confirm for me. The doctor says it's time to go back to school. I'm not sure it will want to be there, but I can try. They took me there, but it didn't want to go inside, and so it screamed and screamed until they put it away. We will try again tomorrow. They came for me, but I was holding something strong and wouldn't let go. They tried to make me go, but it wasn't going no matter what. They stopped pulling when I promised to go tomorrow. I remember him, not significant in my life, but in my nightmares, he's soft. It's like when he visits, makes remembering less slippery. George agreed to accompany us to the school, but he looked worried too. We went together but not hand in hand. Dr. Edwin went in first, and then Dr. Harding. I stepped inside. It didn't hurt, but George waited. Why is he waiting? He stopped to look at the door or the law. Dr. Harding called me, Trinity! I woke up from my pondering and turned to look at her, forgetting George, who now occupied the edge of my mind. Still there to touch if I need to be, but no longer my focus. Dr. Harding called again, Trinity! It's okay. Follow my voice. Come here. It's going to be okay. I moved toward her voice that sounded wonderfully inviting, but my feet felt so heavy. I dragged them to the entrance. Then, just at the threshold, they stopped, shoes rooted to the floor. Dr. Hastings held out a hand, and Dr. Edward his hand. With both mine, one in each hand, I stepped out of my shoes that are glued to the floor and stepped into the school.
Chapter 2. Pure Agony.
Pain. A lot of pain. In my head, my thoughts hurt. In my soul, on fire. My body ached everywhere. I felt like I was in the middle of a beatdown. I saw darkness as the pain washed over me like tidal waves from hell. I tried to run, tried to flee everywhere I could go. Inside or out, I just wanted to escape the pain forever, but it wouldn't let me go. It protected me, but then I rebelled, and now it says I have to stay. I felt the blade cut me deeply, then again and again. I felt squeezed until I thought my body would crack and my head pop off. I screamed, and I thought I was screaming until my mouth refused to open, and my head disappeared completely. I felt hot, sticky everywhere, and things spilling out of my belly, splashing hot sizzling onto the floor. I love the carpet. Now what will we put there? It screamed at me for leaving, when so many others were left as piles of mud and dirt. It was talking to me now, explaining that I released the beast. I let it loose into the school, and carnage it caused is mine. But I wasn't the only beast. There were others, all hungry, all looking for a treat. I wanted to withdraw, to disappear, to become nothing, no one, but it kept taunting me, kept me focused on the scene I created, kept me haunted by the sorrow filling my heart, my soul, my world, making it boil over. They took me to the dormitory. It looks familiar, but it's not empty. No girls are there, but it's full of pain, packed tight like sardines. Sad sardines full of holes all over. And reaching out to those holes in my hand, my red hand. I woke up back in the hospital. strapped to my bed. It turned my head to the right. White room. Nothing but walls. I turned my head left. Dr. Harding was sitting in a white chair next to a white wall, wearing white. But her shoes are bright pink. Bright pink? Why pink? Why not blue, green, or white? It was so out of place, I found myself focusing on them. They were pumps, looked comfortable. No pattern, no deviation in color, no trim. Simple, nice, no distraction, just shoes. Pink ones. Just that simple. How bad is it, doctor? She didn't look at me, not from shame, just so I can focus on the shoes. She inhaled to speak, and I held my breath to keep the tears inside. 16 girls affected, mostly students. Wow, I like her shoes. Just a simple pleasure. Pink shoes in a white space. It's easy to see why she chose them. How many are dead? 7 students, 2 staff. I wanted to bury my face in my hands, but they were strapped to the bed. I tried not to breathe, but finally my mouth opened and dragged the air in. And once I was breathing, the tears rushed down as if they were bursting a dam that held them back for centuries. Even though the tears, I knew if I was in her situation, I would choose to wear those shoes today too. It's a very special occasion that requires just the right kind of shoes, and she pulled it off perfectly. Sobs. The others? 4 are in here with you. 3 missing. I love the color pink. Sobbing. I want a pair of shoes just like those. I don't know what happened, but I know it was me. God, I know it was me. I can feel their pain. I can feel their terror. It belongs to me. It's mine. If Trinity truly had no control over what happened, does she have the right to forgive herself? Comment below.